Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to do this video talking about how you can order a custom flashlight from Don over at McGizmo Flashlights. Absolutely fantastic quality, fantastic flashlights, great product. They have good performance for everyday carry and stuff like that. Cool design, an absolute OG in the flashlight game, right? I'm pretty new to the custom flashlight game, and when you get into it, you always hear McGizmo, 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 usually the Haiku, and it's for good reason. Absolutely fantastic. Let me show you. So I have two of Don's lights, and the first one I got was the Haiku. So I broke this down in another video, but just to make it easy, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when I say that you order them in parts. And then I'm going to actually show you the process. So if you've been wondering, how do I order from Don? It seems daunting. There's a lot of steps to it. It's so easy, guys. It really is. And Don is an absolute gem. If you shoot him an email and ask questions, he's going to answer you. So yes, you can't just go on the website and pop and order, but it's literally just as simple. You shoot an email off, you tell him what you want. He literally makes it overnight. Everything I've ordered shipped in 24 hours. Then he sends you tracking, and then you send him money via PayPal. So it's literally a finished product out the door, then you pay, and it all goes down in 24 hours. I don't know what else you could want, right? People make it sound daunting, and shout out to my boy Artie. Artie is a flashlight modder and flashlight aficionado and an absolute pimp. All right. And Artie said that he gets that question a lot. People who want to know, how do I order from Don? Right. So I figured I'd make this video so then anybody can just shoot the link over to people and they can watch the video and learn how exactly to do it. Okay. So I'm going to shut up. We'll start talking here. So basically what I have here, for some reason I couldn't loosen for a second, is a McGizmo Flashlights Haiku head. Okay. So the way this works is you choose the head, you choose the driver / engine, you choose the LED / emitter, you choose the body that you want. So, right, the body, the tube, battery size essentially. And then you choose the clip you want. There's really only two options. There's this cracked ice clip, which is like $10 more. And then there's just the regular clip, which comes with the tube, right? So basically you get the tube and you get the clip with it. But if you want this cracked ice, it's an extra $10. Then you pay shipping, and that's $9 for your order, okay? You can also buy other stuff. Like I think he has lenses. He has, you can definitely buy McClicky switches. I bought those off him for $7.50. He's got other stuff, but let's say you want to buy a flashlight, right? What I have here is my first order consisted of the Haiku head with the 14500 body and the cracked ice clip. And then I had the Hive engine. So he has two engine options. And when I say engine, I mean this, right? This piece in here. This literally comes out. And I showed this in my video where I unboxed the Sundrop, so I don't want to get too crazy into this. I just kind of want to tell you how to do it. But essentially, head, right? It's just an empty head. It has the reflector or whatever in there, the glass and stuff. This is called a pill, but it has the emitter on there, which you would choose which LED you want. And then it has the driver here, and you would choose if you want the Hive driver, or I think there's a dual fuel option where you can use AA's or CR123s or whatever, right? And then you choose the body. This is the 16340 body, which I would recommend this one unless you absolutely need thin, right? If you need a thin body, then the 14500 is thinner, and technically I mean, you do get more battery life out of a 14500 because the 16340, you know, the most I've seen is like 800 milliamp hour, and the high discharge ones are usually around 657. But this is a really good size, in my opinion, the 16340 body. You get a better cigar hold. I like the way the clip goes in and out of pocket better on this one. So this is the one I would recommend if you're just going to get one. I would say get the 16340 body. And then depending on what you want in terms of the beam and the light, you know, you have a lot of options for the head. I think most people are going to choose a Haiku, which is going to be a really good everyday carry flashlight inside and outside. One of my favorites by far. You also have the Sundrop head, which is going to be a much more floody head, but it has just like one huge hot spot. It doesn't have really spill. It's a very interesting head. I love this, by the way. This is what I've been rocking lately. I really enjoy the Sundrop. This video is not really about comparing the flashlights or anything. I just wanted to give you the options. Then there's the Mule head, which is another very floody one, even more so than the Sundrop here. And then there's some other options, like I think the Mahi is a little bigger. And then there's the Terra and the Aqua Ram, and those are a lot bigger. But anyway, we're going to look at all that. But your finished product is right here. I have the driver in there with the LED, obviously. I have the head. I have the 16340 tube, and I have my clip, right? So you can order this whole package. It'll be like 460 bucks, something like that. Or you can piecemeal it, right? My first order was the Haiku, and I got the 14500 body and everything. But then I was like, okay, I'm just going to swap the engine back and forth. So then on the second order, I just bought the tube and the head I wanted, right? And then I just swapped the engine back and forth. So this order was only $371, right? I saved 100 bucks not ordering the driver. So here we go, okay? Apologies for that long intro. So I'll try to put a timestamp. The actual instruction starts at 7 minutes, all right? So first thing is first, this is his email address right here. dmccleish@packbell.net. That is what you're going to use to reach out to Don and order your flashlight, okay? So mark that down somewhere. I'll try to put it down in the description as well. And then we're going to go to McGizmo flashlights. We're going to go to the website, right? So you just go to McGizmo.com, okay? And then you're going to see these options. You want to go right here to flashlights. And then you could see some pictures if you want to see the different heads so you can decide. That's what I did. I went and looked. You'll see a description here, Mule and Haiku. So this one's the Mule. Kind of looks like a revolver casing. And then the Haiku is this one on the right. This one is the Mahi on the left and the Haiku on the right. Okay, you get kind of how that works. Aqua Ram, Haiku, Terra Ram. Aqua Ram, Haiku, Terra Ram. Now, as I understand it, Aqua Ram is for underwater. Terra Ram is for land, okay? So here are the clips. You obviously have the regular one, and then you have the iced clip. This one has 2 holes, and these have 1. I didn't even know there was a difference. Mine just have the 1 hole, okay? All right, enough about the pictures. What you're going to go to is current offerings, and here is your order sheet, okay? This could not be simpler, but I feel like it does feel a little daunting when you're looking at it, okay? It's not. So your first section over here on the left is your LED. So you could choose which emitter you want on your driver. So let's say in this scenario, we are assuming we're ordering the whole flashlight, okay? If you're ordering just parts, then you do the same thing, but just order what you want. You just tell them exactly what you want, okay? So you have the LED and you have options. Nichia 119V, that's what I have, and I can tell you it's fantastic. This has a beautiful beam or a beautiful tint color to it. I'm not an expert on CRI and tint and all that crap, but this has a really nice coloring to it. I went, I think, with a 4500K on this, and it's just a very slightly rosy, very clear beam. Highly recommend that one. Now, Cree, I've heard mixed things on. I've heard some people say the XBL High is fantastic. I think Artie is a fan of that one. I have tried it on my barrel flashlight M2 GN or JN, and I do really like it. I think that the Nichia is a little bit better in my opinion, but this is all subjective. Hopefully you know a little bit about the LEDs. If you don't, you can ask Don questions in your email, or just go with the Nichia 119V 4500K. I think most people will enjoy that. But here are the options, right? So you just choose the one you want, and it'll tell you right here it adds $5 if you get these three. If you get these, it doesn't add anything, okay? Then you have the light engine. And like I said, you have a AA engine, 1.5 volt, and that one costs $125, okay? So these are just the costs of the item. That's all it is. So you just add it up at the end. It's very simple. So AA is 125. The Hive is a 3 volt, and that's $135. So if I'm reading that right, you can put the AA engine only in this 14500 body. If you don't know, a 14500 battery is the same size essentially as a AA battery. So this is a AA battery pack, I think is what he calls them. So you could get this tube and the Haiku or whatever, and then the AA engine and run it. I don't think you could run that AA engine in the 16340 body, if that makes sense, because this body is not going to take a AA, and I don't know if there's a 1.5 volt battery in this size, because the CR123 I think is 3 volts, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. There might be a 1.5 volt 16340 battery. Then it would work, I would assume. But anyway, most people are going to choose the Hive engine. And with that Hive engine, I believe you can use CR123s or A's or whatever at 3 volts, and then your standard 3.7 volt batteries, right? Like I have a 16340 in here, and that works, right? Your 14500s and 16340s are going to work with this Hive engine. There's not really any programming you can do on the Hive engine unless you know how to mod a little bit. And if you do know how to mod a little bit, you're probably not watching this video. So, but anyway, you have to do a jump solder, and then you can program it a little bit. I know nothing about that, so I'm not going to act like I do. But technically, it can be programmed, but it comes with a 4-mode group, moonlight, low, medium, high, as I would call it. And it works just fine. That's what I have here. So you have moonlight. It comes with memory, and I don't know how to turn that off. So here's moonlight. Then you have low, medium, high, and back to moonlight or whatever you want to call it. So you have 4 modes. And I would say the highest output is about 250 to 300 lumens. It's a lot better than it sounds, honestly. I could get around day to day with this engine, no problem. It is bright enough for everything I need. So just want to put that out there. But anyway, $135. Then you have your head, as I explained earlier. This is the head, empty, no engine in it. You can get the Mule. That one's $115. This one right here is the Sundrop. That one's $145. Oops. The Haiku, which is this right here. This is exactly what we're talking about when it says head. $155 for this one. See how there's nothing in there? Right? That engine goes in there. Now, if you order it all together, he puts it together for you, obviously. But I'm just trying to demonstrate that they're separate parts. You have the Mahi and the Makai. Those are the 5 options you have here. There are some other options down below we'll get into later, but mostly you're going to be looking at this section up here. Then you choose your battery pack. You have the 1 times 1, 2, 3. That's going to be this body right here. The from here back, the 16340 size is the 123. Okay, that's $170. Then there's the 123 tri-pack. I don't know what that is. To me, that sounds like it fits 3 of them stacked up, but I have no idea what that is. So I apologize. Then there's the 16 650 body. That's $230. That's essentially 2 of these, right? If you took the 16 340 and then you doubled it, you get 16 650, close to that, right? So it's just a longer one. It's still going to be a 3.7 volt battery, but it's just longer. Okay, it does say 2 times 123, so I think you could also stack 2 CR123s. I don't know all of this stuff. I think most people watching this are either going to get this, which is the 1 times AA for 170, or they're going to get the 1 times 123 16 340 body. Okay, and when you message or email him, you can say, I want the 14500 body. If that makes you feel better, if you're more comfortable, you're not going to get the wrong thing or whatever, just say, I want the one that fits 16 340s, right? Attach a picture of mine, like whatever you want to do, right? But anyway, those are the options. I think you could just order 2 at a time, and that's why that's 210 or something. Not sure, but most of us are going to order either this one or this one right here. So $170. Then there are these other lights. This is a sapphire. That's a really small light he makes. And the Aqua Ram and Mule, those are bigger lights, different stuff, right? We don't really need to worry about all this stuff right here. So he does say Haiku uses 2 different reflectors depending on LED. Other heads exchange LEs easily. Okay. These battery packs can be used to host appropriately sized lithium-ion cells as well as designated cells. See what I mean? AA 14500. Down here, it says compatibility of titanium McCleish components. So you can see what actually will work with other stuff, interestingly. So that's good to know if you want to read through that. But essentially, you want to just pick the LED, the engine, the head, and the battery pack. And then you can say you want the cracked ice clip or not. If you don't, you don't even have to mention it. You'll get a regular clip. And then you'll pay shipping and you're good to go. And I'm going to show you how you would do this. So let me close that. Where'd it go? New message. There it is. Okay. So let me make sure this is sharing, actually, because it's probably not. So I'm going to stop sharing, share, window, new message. Okay, here we go. So now, just to be sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Yep. Okay. So you're going to email Don McCleish. I showed you his email address earlier, but here it is, dmccleish@packbell.net. You just create an email, and then you'll put in the subject, what do you want? You can put custom light order. If you want to put Haiku, blah, 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 you can. I would just put custom light order like that. And then I would be a nice person. I'd say, hi, Don. I wanted to order a flashlight from you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Or, yeah, if you have any questions, see below. And then you could also say, you can ask any questions you have. Don's a great guy. He'll answer them. But what I would put right here is custom order like this. And then I would say LED. And I would put Nichia 119V 4500K. You would put whichever LED you were choosing out of the options I showed you, right? Then you would put engine, Hive, okay? Unless you want the AA engine, then you put AA. But most people are going to choose Hive. Then you'll put head, And in this case, we're going to say we want the Haiku, okay? We want this head right here. Maybe you want a sun drop, then you put sun drop, right? And then body, you would put 16,340 or 123 body, whatever you want to. If you want to call it, 123 or call it 16,340, whatever. He's going to know what you mean. You can also put the word single in front of it if that makes you feel better, just to be safe. That works. If you want the 14,500 body, you obviously want to put that. They will come with the McClicky switch installed with a boot and everything. You don't have to worry about that. And then I would just add clip, cracked ice. And if you want the regular one, just put stock clip, just to be safe, add that. Now, if you want to add it all up, you could, right? But he's going to do that for you and tell you the price. But here we'll put shipping, and that's $9, right? So I'm pretty sure this cracked ice clip is 10. The body is, what was it? 145, I think. Let's double check. So the, 170, sorry. So 170. The Haiku is 155. If you got the sun drop, it'd be 145. The mule, I think, is 115. The Hive engine, I believe, was 125, but I'm going to double check. Nope, 135 for that Hive engine. 135 for that. And the LED, in this case, was 0 because he doesn't charge extra. It's part of the engine cost, I'm sure. Okay? So if you took all that and you added it up, you would know your exact cost for this order, because I'm sure that's what is hard for people too. They don't know what they're going to spend. So they don't want to shoot an email off and then be like, oh, crap, I can't afford that, right? 170 plus 10 plus 9. $479 if you wanted to order the Haiku with the 16,340 body, the cracked ice clip, the Nichia 119V, and the Hive engine. Plus shipping, you're at $479 right there. You could even put that in your email when you send it, and he can confirm whatever you want to do, right? But it's this easy. And then you just hit send. You just send that, and Don will email you back pretty dang quickly. And once he does, you'll have a flashlight made up. I swear you'll have the flashlight made up within 24 hours. And you'll get a shipping email. You'll get an email from him with the tracking number, and it'll have the price in the subject. And then you just PayPal him that amount of money. And that's it. You're done. You have a flashlight on the way to you that is absolutely beautiful and fantastic. I mean, seriously, these are some of the best flashlights in the game. And it is so easy to order once you just understand how to do it. So I hope this helps you guys. I know, maybe I got a little bit out in the weeds there a little bit, but it's very straightforward. Email, pick your options, send it off. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions or anything about this. I'll try to leave a link to the website. I'll put his email down there. And that should cover everything you guys need. I'll link the videos I've done already along the way here so you can see those. And I hope you guys get some McGizmo flashlights because, one, Don is the man, and I would love to see him, be supported. He already gets tons of support, but, that would be cool. And, I hope you guys get to experience these awesome flashlights that are out there. And if people are not ordering them because they don't understand the process or they think they're hard to get, because when I got into lights and everything and I kept hearing about the Haiku, I thought it was going to be impossible to get. And I ended up just finding his email, and I shot him an email. And he was like, yeah, make it 24 hours. And I was like, what? He just has all the parts stocked. And then when you order, he can put it all together for you, make you a light. It's great. So, all right, that's it. I love you guys. Thanks for checking the video out. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.